Hey there, gamers. Welcome back to Cryptic Gaming. Hope you've been having a wonderful day. So, Roadcraft is finally released, and I'm going to give you a little review here, and we're going to have some scenes playing through as well, kind of explain what's going on, but mostly focusing on the review of the game so far. I don't want to ruin it for you. There's a lot of mission stuff I've skipped over, but whether you're looking at this just for the aspect of building roads, which is a lot of fun, it takes a little practice, but it's a lot of fun, or if you're looking at it for the missions, you're building your business in here as well, and you can build that business with friends. I've not had a chance to try co-op, hoping to do that later this evening with some of our Discord guys. So there's quite a few guys that have pre-ordered, and looking forward to playing with them. Okay, so if you've ever played SnowRunners or Red Farm Simulator or any kind of simulating game like this, you're going to be used to, especially on console, using those left and right bumper buttons, and then of course having to use your other buttons in conjunction, D-pads, joysticks, and things like that. That's going to be how you operate this, and depending which one of those bumper buttons is what function you're getting. Right here, I am building a seawall. There's a nasty storm coming in, is what the mission says, and we need to build this seawall. This is actually the end of the very first map that they give you, and very informative maps. They do a great job in teaching you the equipment and just really immersing you in the game. I do recommend, if you're doing road equipment, any of the driving vehicles, to drive them from inside. You can actually have better control, and it's almost like the game's designed for you to be inside that cab. So I did notice that this thing is actually set up where you can use the steering wheels and things. So that's probably something I'll be looking at doing in the future. So over here's a little crane operation we got going on here, building a bridge. Now, as you can see, I've misset my bridge just a little bit to the right, which is fine. It'll still work for what I need, but you know, I'll do a better job next time. First bridge wasn't too bad. Depending on the type of bridge you're building, we'll be building the wide cement bridge that takes you the materials you need. And luckily for me, the materials right here, it needs 18 of these concrete slabs. Now the slabs that it doesn't use, you can take and send those to the warehouse, and then you can actually call those into locations later. So that's going to be pretty nice. But as far as my overall view of the game so far, I'm not seeing anything that I'm not liking. I'm not seeing anything that's frustrating. It's just a very laid back, easy going game, something to give you some you know, if you ever played in the sandbox as a kid with your Digger Dan said, or your was it Tyco, or you know, whatever. They have different types of brands out there, guys. They have a lot of really good brands of stuff that we grew up with, but this is basically going to be a sandbox game. Pretty cool stuff, a lot of great missions in it, a lot of equipment I'm not even opened up yet, but what I'm seeing so far I'm definitely liking. And as you can see in that top right hand corner, I'm up to about 38,720. Over here we're up to now about 60,280 of the money. That's completing these missions one at a time. I am playing in the career mode, mainly because, you know, I want to get a good feel for the game. And it's going to be a great way to open up the in-game currency to be able to buy better scout vehicles or even better gear. So all this rusted stuff they give you for free, which is nice, but obviously they have better equipment in the game. So looking forward to doing that. For those of you who like to mod and things like that, they do have at the title screen a way for you to, you're going to have to connect your account that they have. It talks you through on that. You'll scan it with your phone or with your device, and then you can actually connect into your account and start creating your own mods as well. So I'm not real big on coding. I don't know much about it. Definitely looking forward to seeing what other people are coming up with, and I know we've got quite a few guys in our Discord that are into this type of stuff too, so can't wait to see what they're actually bringing up. But there's just so much stuff in this game that it's going to be fun to break it down and really do like in-depth reviews on the equipment that's in here, teaching people how to use it and all. You get these routes in here also. You'll probably see where that little red light's flashing says route failed. When there's storms that are taking place while you're playing the game, a road that you set up may be okay for now, but as you get a lot of traffic going back and forth, moving heavy equipment and moving these trailers and stuff coming in from the seawall, it wears those roads down. So you have to come in and maintain the roads as well. So that is something that's actually pretty cool in the game, is it will wash the roads out. Now I remember seeing some of the early technical tests, I guess, that they had put out, some of the demos where people were just filling stuff in with sand and it was like staying good forever. That's not the case here. If you're just pumping sand into an area and you're not properly doing it, it's going to wear down and you're going to have to go back and fix it. So that's always a welcome sight to see that they've added some realism to it. So let's see if we can get this pipe set. There we go. Alright. So this is the dump truck. You open it in the second map. And for those of you who are wondering, do you have to keep running back to the quarry? Well, for the realism aspect, if you want to go back there, you can. But as long as you're in the quarry zone, which will show you on the map, there's different areas for quarries. You can auto-fill your bed. And let me tell you, after you run back and forth a few times, you're going to want to auto-fill, guys. You really are. Now, once you've set your sand down, then of course you can come in and get your dozer and go back over that. And then you can go get your asphalt machines and all that kind of stuff too. There is also a mobile command set up. Looks like a little train, and you can bring it in and call all your equipment over to you if you want to. Now, it does take points. You have these little points that you'll earn in the game. And when you call a piece of equipment, it uses 1 point. So if you're not too far off, I do recommend you drive, because you might end up with a really big project. Now this is the one piece of equipment that can be kind of finicky when you're driving it. Coming in with it, you know, obviously you got your plow up in the air there and all that stuff, but I have to drive it in external view, just mainly because it's kind of a bear. Takes a little getting used to. No power steering on this thing. So what we're doing is we're just going to come in and flatten that sand out. Now, this road here is actually one that I had to come back in and put asphalt down on, because this area where I'm at, it started raining, and then the water line over to the right of us, you might be able to see it, yeah, there. Water line flooded back over and just saturated sand, and all the trucks started getting stuck in the sand. So ended up having to build it up, double it over, make it a little wider, and then come up in here and put asphalt on it later. So like I say, it's got some pretty cool realism to it, you know, as far as, you know, just giving you something to really look forward to in the game, and taking your time with your friends. Like I say, I've just kind of went through this stuff to get a nice review going and want to see exactly what all's in the game, and it gives me an idea of what the missions are for when I go in and I play with Discord guys. We're going to know exactly what the missions are. We're going to be able to do a great job, and hopefully by then Twitch will have it where we can actually stream this live via console. I noticed that there's some guys streaming with the computers, but that's a little bit different than with the consoles. You got to wait for the actual companies to allow you to start streaming with those consoles now. And went ahead and got all that stuff connected, so hopefully soon. It took a couple days, I think, with Skull and Bones before they finally caught up to letting the console guys stream that out. So definitely looking forward to adding this to my repertoire or routine there. Using some big fancy $2 words. I got all the words they count. Okay, so here we come with our nice little dozer. We're going to flatten this other area out here. This was another spot right here I had to come back in and just really put in some more dirt, and I had to put in some more asphalt right in that vicinity. We had a lot of traffic coming in and out, moving around the map. Fantastic game. So, if you're wondering, should you buy it? I would have to say absolutely. You know, it depends. I can't tell you what your budgets are, guys, but for a game that's $39.99, I'm thoroughly impressed with it. They've done a good job. It's got great graphics, as you can see. A lot of great gameplay in it. I've just showed you a few highlights. I'm not even showing you all the really cool aspects because I don't want to ruin it for you. But what I will say is you will enjoy it. So then you come back in with your scout vehicle and you want to come back in and just kind of run the road and see exactly how good it is. If you run it in the scout vehicle without getting stuck, chances are your truck's going to make it in. Well, thanks for watching, and y'all have a wonderful week. We'll catch you later.